talking about why I changed my name. Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. Today I wanted to take some time to talk about the subtle changes you may have seen going on around my social media and my blog, and I'm super excited to share that I am now Natasha Miller Creates. I know it's original and earth-shattering and really thinking outside the box, but there's a reason why I chose Creates, and I thought I would start off just by giving you some background. There are a lot of new people here. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Just to put it out there, content's not going to change. It's going to be a lot of the same content, but just maybe a little bit more chaotic in terms of variety of stuff that I'm going to share. So I will start off with the history behind the channel and the blog, and we will go from there. So I first started this channel and this blog back in 2017. We just moved to San Francisco and I was kind of floating. I didn't know what I was going to do. And so I figured I was going to learn whatever I wanted to learn, whatever I've been putting off because I'm too busy or too tired. That's what I'm going to learn. So it started off with bullet journaling, and I wanted to do creative bullet journaling, but I wanted it to look pretty. So I learned calligraphy. I went from calligraphy and learned handlettering. And that's kind of where Natasha Miller Letters came about. At the time, I was super focused on wanting to do lettering, and while I still love lettering, you're actually going to start seeing more lettering, but we'll get to that later. My focus was going to be lettering, so hence the name Natasha Miller Letters. And that served me really, really well for a long time, especially while I was lettering in my bullet journal and doing lettering pieces on Procreate. And that was all good and well, but the content that I wanted to share was more varied than that. So the whole time everybody's telling me you have to niche down. Social media, industry, professionals in the industry, everybody's big push was you have to niche down. And this weighed very heavily on me because I didn't want to. I loved lettering. I still do love lettering, but it's not the only thing I enjoy, and it's not the only thing I want to share with you. And so, I don't know, I became kind of like a petulant toddler, dug my heels in and started doing less and less lettering and practicing less lettering and doing more art journaling and finding more escape in my bullet journal. Of course, the pandemic didn't help, or did it? That's fine. So I found myself doing less and less lettering, and I feel like from a social media standpoint, my name is very confusing because letters, you think lettering account, but then you come to my account and it's not just lettering. It's actually not a lot of lettering. And so I've actually wanted to change to Creates for the last 3 years now. I tried out designs, and designs is just too stuffy. Didn't want anything that stuffy. But I wanted to change to Creates, especially when I started doing and sharing more art journaling and more tutorials. And then what ended up happening was I fell in love with surface pattern design. Now, it's not something I share on this channel, and that's going to be one of the biggest changes you'll see is I am going to start sharing more of my surface pattern design work. And this account, Natasha Miller Creates, is going to become more holistic in terms of my interests and what I enjoy doing. And ever since I made this change, it felt like a weight off my shoulders to finally be able to do this and not be held down by letters in my name. I know this sounds super silly, but I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I've been struggling with it for a long time. And I know you're thinking, what's the big deal? You just changed your handle or you just changed your name. But for my mentality, it was a much bigger shift than that. It was almost giving myself permission to do more, even though I was already doing it. This just kind of allows me to do more. And I meant to do this more gradually. I was actually going to probably aim for the end of May to launch all of this. But once I had my new logo in place, it was just a no-brainer. Like, it just happened so organically. And I mean, there are annoying things to change. For example, the blog, my website, I made some changes. It's not my final redesign. I'm still playing with that idea and what I want to do there, but I brought down my color palette. I had way too many colors on there. The pink and the orange was just really clashing and hard to read. And while I still love those colors, and you're still going to see those colors incorporated in my work, I decided to limit the colors on my blog and on my logo. And also, goodbye coffee cup. We got something a lot more simplistic, which I'm super excited about. And then it's funny because the last part that I had to change was my YouTube intro. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. It took me, I think, about 10 minutes to change it. And yes, I had to watch a tutorial again because I did it a while ago. I know the music's the same, but the font's different and the name's different, obviously. And the other thing to change was my website. So although the link Natasha Miller Letters will take you to the new website, it's actually natashamillercreates.com. But yeah, I'm very excited. So what you can expect from my channel, we're still going to have bullet journal content. There's going to be more art journal content, more tutorials. You're still going to have your reviews. I am going to start incorporating more digital things into my channel. So drawing in Procreate, playing with Procreate and in Procreate. I want to walk you through my design process and how I go from A to Z, essentially. And yeah, just share more of my surface pattern design stuff. I am working on my shop behind the scenes. I'm busy working on getting product in there. I'm super excited. I am going to have a Printify drop shipping component. So if you do like any of my patterns, you're going to be able to purchase that from my website, which I'm super excited for. And then there will be more tutorials. I'm hoping to put a Skillshare class out soon. And then, of course, for my email subscribers, the From Blank to Brilliant library, I have been terrible with my blog, with my newsletter. And you're going to see changes there too. It's going to be a lot more interactive. It's going to be a lot more fun. We're going to do journaling prompts. We're going to do tutorials. There's going to be freebies galore. Like, I am really excited for what's to come for my newsletter. I've called it something else, which I can't remember off the top of my head now, but I'll link it down below. Otherwise, I just wanted to say, if you're new here, welcome. If you've been here since the beginning, holy smokes, thank you. I'm really appreciative. And yeah, I hope you enjoy what's to come. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and there are going to be some things that you're going to love. There's going to be some things you're not going to care for. But I hope that you find something interesting and something fun. Basically, this is me refusing to be put in a box. Now, I watched this guy on TikTok who talks about, I can't remember the term he uses now, but basically, you know, the ADHD, neurodivergent. I call it the shiny syndrome, like, oh, shiny, and then you want to go do that. Yeah, that I can't change that, and I get bored, and I was starting to get bored with bullet journaling, having to focus on it so much as niching down. So that's not to say I'm taking my bullet journaling content away. It's just more to say that I've given myself freedom to do more than just bullet journaling. And I want you to do the same. I know there's a group of people out there where we refuse to niche down. I've met some of you. I've worked with some of you, and like, this is it. This is a safe space to be creative. Like, this is a space where whatever you want to learn, whatever you want to do, just do it and share and enjoy. I mean, yeah, I I'm done with niching down. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you stick around and you can check out the blog. I have reorganized it a little bit so that what you're interested in should be easier to find. Until I get more lettering content up there, I will start adding more headings as I get more content up for you guys. So thank you so much for watching today, and thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one.